Have you ever looked back on a decision and thought, what was I thinking? You might not realize it at the time, but certain energies influence your choices. They cloud your judgment. They pull you into situations that feel destined, only for you to wake up later with regret. Venus retrograde is one of those times. From March 1st to April 12th, 2025. Venus, the planet of love, relationships, money, beauty, and self-worth, will move backward in the sky. But this isn't just an astronomical event. This is an energetic test. And if you don't recognize its hidden dangers, you might fall into its trap. Past lovers will return. But should you trust them? You'll feel pulled toward major financial moves. But is it a mistake? Your emotions will intensify. But are they real, or just a cosmic illusion? This isn't about fear, it's about awareness. Venus retrograde is like walking through a foggy dream where everything feels intense, nostalgic, and urgent. But what seems like fate during this time often turns out to be deception. In this video, I'll reveal 8 critical mistakes people make during Venus retrograde and how to avoid them. Because the truth is, this retrograde isn't here to break you. It's here to awaken you. You wake up to a message. Hey, I've been thinking about you. Your heart races. It's someone you thought was gone forever. Maybe an ex-lover. Maybe an old crush. Maybe a person who once felt like your soulmate. You start reminiscing. The good times, the late-night talks, the electric connection. You wonder, should I give this another chance? Stop. This is Venus retrograde's first and most dangerous illusion. Why does this happen? Because Venus retrograde forces us to confront unresolved emotions. Love that was never truly healed, lessons that were never fully learned. The past comes knocking, not because it belongs in your future, but because it's testing you. Ask yourself, is this true love or just nostalgia? Have they really changed, or am I just longing for closure? Am I lonely, or am I confusing emotional familiarity with destiny? What to do? Instead, don't rush back into old relationships. Observe, don't react. If you still have feelings, wait until Venus moves direct, April 12th, before making a decision. If closure is needed, find it within yourself, not through another person. Venus retrograde tempts you with ghosts of the past. Don't mistake them for your future. Imagine this. You're scrolling online and suddenly a business investment, a luxury purchase, or a financial opportunity catches your eye. It feels like the perfect moment to invest. But what if I told you, your judgment is off? Venus rules money and wealth. When she goes retrograde, financial clarity disappears. Here's what happens during this time. You overestimate value. That once-in-a-lifetime deal may not be as good as it seems. Luxury temptations increase. You'll feel the urge to splurge, but will regret it later. Business decisions are unstable. Partnerships formed during Venus retrograde often don't last. Ask yourself, am I making this decision emotionally or logically? Would I still want this purchase investment after April 12th? Am I being lured by temporary excitement? What to do? Instead, avoid big financial moves until Venus goes direct. If you must invest, triple-check contracts and details. Focus on saving and reviewing finances rather than spending. Venus retrograde makes things look better than they are. Be smart. Don't fall for the illusion. This is where Venus retrograde gets deeply personal. It's not just about exes or money. It's about how you see yourself. During this time, you might feel more insecure about your looks, money, or relationships. A deep longing for external validation. Triggers from the past resurfacing, reminding you of where you feel not enough. Venus retrograde is a self-worth test. You may ask, why am I not happy in my relationship? Why am I not where I want to be financially? Why do I feel unattractive or unappreciated? Because Venus is showing you the truth. What to do? Instead of seeking validation from others, work on self-empowerment. Instead of chasing love, strengthen the love you have for yourself. Recognize where you've been settling and make a decision to change. The way you treat yourself during Venus retrograde sets the tone for what you attract after it ends. Choose wisely. Some people come into our lives not to stay, but to teach. Venus retrograde activates karmic relationships. These are deep, powerful, but often painful connections. If you meet someone new during Venus retrograde, be cautious. If an old love returns, it's for a lesson, not always for a reunion. If your relationship faces tension, it's revealing deeper truths. What to do? Instead, look at love through a spiritual lens. What lesson is this person bringing? Avoid impulsive commitments. What feels like love now may feel different after April 12th. If a relationship ends, trust that Venus is removing what's not aligned. Venus retrograde reveals who is truly meant to walk with you and who was just passing through. You're standing in front of the mirror. You don't feel like yourself. A thought creeps in. Maybe I should change my look. Stop, wait, think. Venus isn't just the planet of love and money, it rules beauty and aesthetics. And when Venus goes retrograde, your perception of beauty becomes distorted. That bold haircut may feel empowering today, but regrettable tomorrow. That wardrobe overhaul may not align with your true style. That cosmetic procedure may not turn out how you imagined. During Venus retrograde, we often feel discontent with our appearance. You may feel off when you look in the mirror. The need for drastic change. A sudden urge to experiment with your look. Regret after impulsive choices. What seemed like a great idea feels like a mistake later. Why does this happen? Because Venus retrograde isn't about external beauty. It's about inner transformation. The discomfort you feel isn't a sign to change your look. It's a sign to reconnect with yourself. What to do? Instead, experiment with temporary changes. Try different styles without commitment. Focus on inner beauty work, self-care, self-love, and confidence building. If you want a makeover, wait until after April 12th when Venus moves direct. This isn't the time for drastic change. It's the time for self-acceptance. It happens like clockwork. You find yourself in the same argument, with the same person, over the same issue. Or maybe you notice a pattern. You keep attracting the same type of partner, the same toxic energy, the same emotional wounds. This isn't a coincidence. It's a Venus retrograde lesson. Venus retrograde exposes where we have not healed. Have you been ignoring red flags in relationships? Do you keep repeating the same toxic cycle? Are you mistaking attachment for love? During this retrograde, you may feel more emotionally triggered. Certain people or situations will bring up old wounds. A strong pull toward unhealthy attachments. Because Venus is forcing you to face them. Relationship clarity or collapse. If something is built on false foundations, it will crumble. What to do? Instead, recognize patterns, write them down, reflect, and see the bigger lesson. Don't run back to toxic relationships out of loneliness. If a connection is struggling, don't force it. Let Venus reveal the truth. This is not the time to ignore red flags. It's the time to finally break free. Venus retrograde is like a storm. The winds of nostalgia, temptation, and confusion will try to push you into impulsive choices. But here's the secret. Your greatest power during Venus retrograde is not reacting. When an ex calls, pause before responding. When a financial opportunity appears, pause before investing. When emotions run high, pause before making permanent decisions. Why is this important? Because Venus retrograde distorts reality. What feels urgent now may look completely different after April 12th. What to do? Instead, journal your feelings. Write down thoughts instead of acting on them. Wait 24 to 48 hours before making emotional decisions. Observe rather than engage. The truth will reveal itself in time. Venus retrograde isn't about action. It's about reflection. The more you observe, the more wisdom you'll gain. Now that you know what not to do, let's talk about how to use this retrograde for growth. Venus retrograde isn't here to punish you, it's here to awaken you. How to make the most of this retrograde. Reevaluate relationships. Are they truly serving your highest self? Revisit past wounds, journal, meditate, and heal what still lingers. Reflect on self-worth. Are you settling? Are you undervaluing yourself? Refine your financial vision. Look at your spending habits and long-term goals. Practice patience. Big decisions can wait until Venus moves direct. This retrograde is a cosmic review. The lessons you learn now will shape your love life, finances, and personal growth for years to come. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath. Feel this energy. Venus retrograde is not a curse. It's an opportunity. It's asking you, will you repeat the past? Or will you evolve? Will you act out of impulse? Or will you rise above the illusions? Will you let this energy control you? Or will you master it? The choice is yours. If you navigate Venus retrograde with wisdom, you will come out stronger, clearer, and more aligned than ever before. If this video resonated with you, share this wisdom with others. Hit the like button if you're ready to break free from old patterns. Subscribe for more deep cosmic insights and personal transformation. The universe is speaking. Are you listening? I'll see you in the next video.